The heart has its reasons which reason knows nothing of. We know the truth not only by the reason, but by the heart. Thank people who help you because they make you happy. Thank people who don't help you because they make you strong. You can be anything you want in the world, just don't become a prisoner of hatred. I'm sure the universe is full of intelligent life. It's just been too intelligent to come here. When friendship is settled, you must trust. Before friendship is formed, you must pass judgment. Even in the far future, never forget the you of right now. Wherever you are right now, you're just taking a break. Life is much more successfully looked at from a single window. Life without dreams is like a bird with a broken wing. It can't fly. I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return. In the book of life, the answers aren't in the back. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Don't worry about the challenges. Get excited about the rewards of crushing them. Once the rider in every individual comes to life, we are in for an age of universal deafness and lack of understanding. One must work and dare if one really wants to live. There are no bad words, bad thoughts, bad intentions, and words. As the poets say, stories are truth told through lies. Hearing voices no one else can hear isn't a good sign, even in the wizarding world. Even when muddy your wings sparkle bright wonders that heal broken worlds. Curious that we spend more time congratulating people who have succeeded than encouraging people who have not. I just want someone to hear what I have to say, and maybe if I talk long enough, it'll make sense. What we cannot bear removes us from life. What remains can be born. There is another alphabet, whispering from every leaf, singing from every river, shimmering from every sky. Sometimes wisdom came from strange places, even from giant teenage goldfish. Many people succeed when others do not believe in them, but rarely does a person succeed when he does not believe in himself. Learn as much as you can, love as much as you should. He must be very ignorant, for he answers every question he is asked. There are no environments where you're only going to win, because life just isn't like that. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. You can't always be right, but you can be wrong a lot less. Don't be too timid and squeamish about your actions. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. If I'm offended by the truth can't change, but I must change or be living a lie. Peter Ojo. The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. To me, all research is exploring the universe, understanding it deeper, one finding at a time. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. Everyone is trying to impress everyone else, trying to make themselves out to be smarter or more confident than they actually are. Life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man could invent. I'm very polite by nature. Even the voices in my head let each other finish their sentences. Those who are willing to be vulnerable move among mysteries. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe. You need to spend time crawling alone through shadows to truly appreciate what it is to stand in the sun. In a room where people unanimously maintain a conspiracy of silence, one word of truth sounds like a pistol shot. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I think the same could be said for time. To be successful, you have to be out there. You have to hit the ground running. It is culture that is the bully. Born ALDO central to Theo Waitley, saltation. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. If you believe very strongly in something, stand up and fight for it. It's time to start living the life you've imagined. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. It was like the beginning of life and laughter. It was the real meaning of the sun. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistake. Kakanik yang abadi turltak pada kilokan adab dan ketinggian ilmasisi orang. You can turltak pada wajah dan pakaiannya. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. Stop longing. You poison today's ease, reaching always for tomorrow. Through synergy of intellect, artistry, and grace came into existence the blessing of a dancer. You can be everything. You can be the infinite amount of things that people are. I think I've discovered the secret of life. You just hang around until you get used to it. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. Courage and perseverance have a magical talisman, before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish into air. What I want is so simple I almost can't say it. Elementary kindness. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. Intelligence is more important than strength. That is why Earth is ruled by men and not by animals. Excellence is not a destination. It is a continuous journey that never ends. Beware of those who are bitter, for they will never allow you to enjoy your fruit. I always make sure that the world will prove me right. It gives me the freedom to contradict myself. A flower does not use words to announce its arrival to the world. It just blooms. It's okay to be a loser. It just depends on how good you are at being one. To prepare for the mountains, develop mind, body, will, and spirit as strong as a sword, soft as a pillow, and fluid as water. We cannot change what we are not aware of, and once we are aware, we cannot help but change. It is much easier to be brave if you do not know everything. Fair means everyone gets what they need, and the only way to get what you need is to make it happen yourself. A real scientist solves problems, not wails that they are unsolvable. Sometimes you weren't supposed to share pain. Sometimes it was best just to deal with it alone. Photographs are the reflection of untold stories, unseen beauties, unexpressed emotions, and the unheard songs of life. Believing in negative thoughts is the single greatest obstruction to success. The master said, "A true teacher is one who, keeping the past alive, is also able to understand the present." If you haven't the strength to impose your own terms upon life, then you must accept the terms it offers you. Don't own so much clutter that you will be relieved to see your house catch fire. Do the best you can, with what you can, while you can, and success is inevitable. Do not let the roles you play in life make you forget that you are human. The road to success is dotted with many tempting parking spaces. May my heart be kind, my mind fierce, and my spirit brave. Times stride, so uneven, some days endless, and others like the blink of an eye. Knowledge is responsibility, which is why people resist knowledge. Prepare yourself for success. You have to see it coming to get there. At some point, you just gotta forgive the past. Your happiness hinges on it. Accept yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your truths, and know what tools you have to fulfill your purpose. Never mourn the loss of innocence, because it always brings the much greater gain of wisdom. People say that life is the thing, but I prefer reading. You can't have living without dying, so you can't call it living what we got. We just are, we just be, like rocks beside the road. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. For it can never be that war shall preserve life, and peace destroy it. I wanted to figure out why I was so busy, but I couldn't find the time to do it. I speak my own sins. I cannot judge another. I have no tongue for it. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's, there are few. The hardest thing about the road not taken is that you never know where it might have led. The cost of oblivious daydreaming was always this moment of return, the realignment with what had been before and now seemed a little worse. I promise you this, when I embraced my differences and stopped trying to fit in, I ended up where I belonged. I had to learn to live without you, and I couldn't make sense of it, because I left so much of me inside of you. There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. Be a lamp, or a lifeboat, or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house like a shepherd,